Shalom, y'all. I'm Rapha Sheerah. As always, I'm sending y'all melanated vibes, and I'm back with another video. Now let's go.
All right, y'all. So I am so excited, right? I'm so lit, like, to do this video because it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. I know people are like, what's she doing? What Rapha doing? Rapha, what you doing? What you doing? So let me tell y'all. What I'm doing, right? Okay. So what I call this is deep healing stretches. That's what I call this. You ever feel tensed up, you feel stressed, you feel like you need to unwind, you feel like you got a lot of pent up energy, you know what I mean? You need to let it out, you need to release it, you need to go ahead and just receive healing. Healing is not always just a mental thing, it's not always just a mental thing, it's not always just a spiritual thing, it's also a physical thing as well. You know, you want to loosen up your body a little bit. You don't want to cramp up. You know what I mean? I know a lot of us Israelites or Hebrew Israelites, we don't like to get into yoga. We don't like to get into yoga or the meaning behind it. So a lot of things that you'll see me do in this video are stretches and poses that I've looked up, you know what I mean, that are also stretches that we do on, you know, before, let's say before we work out, or the sisters that do work out before we work out, or when I say we, I mean we as a whole. So before we work out, or before we, you know, do any type of cardio, or, you know, anything like that, or even just before we start our day. Some of us like to stretch in the morning time. For me right now, it is, at this time, it is 11:33, which my children are on their tags. So I say, you know what, while y'all are on this, I'm gonna take time and I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna get me some peace and get me some healing in as well. So I actually just got done doing some deep stretching as well as, you know, doing some meditation. So I want to show you guys, and, you know, it's kind of like a do it with me, or watch me first and then see if you want to do it, or you might want to incorporate your own, or however you do it, right? So I don't know if you guys can hear my background, but what I'm gonna be playing is, it's basically a neo soul playlist. It's a neo soul playlist that I have. It doesn't have any words on it. I do meditate off of music that does have words, but I also do it off of just instrumentals. So I thought the instrumentals would be good for the video, and that way, you know, you could just let your mind wind, relax, and, you know, meditate on whatever you want to meditate on. You might want to cover your head while we're doing this and meditate on the scripture. However you want to do your meditation, it's between you, yourself, and the Most High. You know what I mean? And just make sure that, you know, you are receiving healing from whatever it is, you know, making sure you're aligning yourself, you're centering yourself, you know. And that's what it's about. It's about us, it's about centering ourselves, us being at peace, us receiving healing, and really just being joyful, you know, to be here. I was just meditating on, excuse me, I was just meditating actually this morning for my morning meditation today on a scripture. I just threw this over my head, y'all. A scripture in Sirach 30, verse 21 through 23. So I'm going to read that, if that's okay. I did not even have my Bible right here. It was on the bed because that's where I meditated at this morning. I read over these scriptures when I was on my bed before I actually got down here. So, Sirach chapter 30, verse 21 through 23. It says, give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel. The gladness of heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. Love thine own soul. That feel good, right? Like, love thine own soul, and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many. Okay? Kind. And there is no profit therein. I love that. Whenever y'all have time, you know, I ain't trying to change nobody meditation, but y'all, whenever y'all have time, go sit and receive some healing on that thing, okay? Like, that brought me some peace and some healing this morning, for real. Like, ooh, y'all, all praise be to the Most High and His Son. Some of these stretches you may have seen before, or some of them you may have not seen before. So again, you work with your comfort level and what you're comfortable with, and you just go from there. So I'll play some more time. I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit more. Okay, so you're gonna start off with, you know, just neck rotations, right? go the other way. And that's why having music on is good as well, because it just gives you, a place to think and, to actually really like allow your mind to wonder, you know what I mean? And just like, oh, what I want to meditate on, and just meditate on yourself, you know what I mean? So you're going to lean your head over to the right, you're going to stretch to the right first. And that, we're all in here, like, a lot of times I feel very tense, like a lot when I'm stretching, like I can feel how my muscles in my neck and in my upper my shoulder area are stretching out. You know what I mean? I can feel that. And I know if you're doing it, you can feel it too. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't wanna, me and a close sister of mine, I always say, like, you don't wanna we're gonna switch to the other side. You don't want to because we getting older, we're not getting no younger. You don't want to just not ever stretch your body, not ever work out your muscles in your body, ever, never. And you know what I mean? It end up, where you can't like really move around like that when you get older, or you're in pain and things like that, because you've never stretched your body before. And a lot of times doing these deep stretches, you will notice that one side of your body is more flexible than the other. For me, it's my right side. It's more flexible than my left side, except when it comes to my neck. In my neck, the left side is more flexible than the right. I feel more tense on this side, I should say. But all praise be to the Most High. And just a downward. And you go backward. So we're gonna stretch our legs out in the front of us, y'all. Let's see. I'm like scooting up, like I want to have my feet in y'all face. I want to have my feet in y'all face. Okay. And listen, I know, like, okay, anytime people do like stretching, or stretching or anything like that, we like, listen, I need to have on some of this, some of that. I have a dress on right now. I have a skirt on, and I have a basically this is pretty much another skirt on top of it. This skirt is just open, so I have another skirt on underneath it, for the sake of modesty. And all praise be to the Most High, for us righteous, virtuous women being covered. All praises. So you want to stretch down, reach down. I know y'all remember these stretches from high school PE or middle school PE. I'm counting backwards from 10 in my mind, y'all. That's what I try to stick to. Sometimes I might go a little bit longer if it feels good. Sometimes I might go a little bit shorter, depending on, it just depends on the vibe. I always operate off my own self. I always say, listen to your body. Listen to your body. One thing you will notice, as you continue to stretch your body, and just, the more you are patient, it takes patience, but you will notice that you'll feel tense. Like when you first stretch, like as I lean down here, I'm here. This is where I'm at. I feel tense, like down my shin area. It feels thin behind on the back of my legs, basically. I feel tense there. Now, as you sit there for a while and you just allow yourself to breathe, inhale, exhale, right? Just breathe as you're thinking, whether you meditating on the scripture, whether you inwardly talking to the Most High, praying to the Most High in your mind, or out loud, or whatever you're doing. In that time, if you'll notice your muscles will begin to soften up. It'll be okay. You know what? It hurt at first, but now as I'm sitting here, it doesn't feel as intense anymore. And then you'll be able to go deeper. And it's like, ooh, I feel that tensity again. I feel it again, But then you wait here for a second. And you breathe. I'm just gonna count backwards from 10 again. I'm gonna take an inhale and an exhale at like every 2 seconds. Inhale 1, exhale 2. because you want your breaths to be slow. You don't want to go fast. You don't want to be, you know what I mean? You want to go slow. Now see, I started at 10, and when I got to 7, I can go a little deeper. You see? You want to let your head hang. That makes the deeper stretches, letting your head hang low. I'm on 4. I'm going to go a little deeper when I get to 2. My head is almost touching my knees now. 1. Let my head hang low for a second. Feel that deep stretch, that intensity all up the back of my thighs. All praises to the Most High. And I'm gonna release. See, it can get intense, like the intensity that you feel in the stretches, and you'll be like, after I'm done. I know sometimes I talk to my king before like that. You act like you just got done working out. Like when I first started doing this, he was like, I was like, yeah, it can get, even though I'm not running cargo, it can get really intense because you feel the stretches on the back of your legs, and you feel them. So all praises to the Most High. What we're gonna do is bring our legs together, bring our feet together, like like this, close at the bottom, with the bottom of your feet should be touching each other like this, and they're about this far away from my hip area. And I'm just gonna let my legs fall out butterfly style. All praises to the Most High. And so I'm gonna take my hands. You want to have some space between the back of your heel and your buttocks hip area. So you want to have a nice little gap so that you can lean. So you're gonna grab hold to your feet at this point. You're just gonna lean back. A lot of times when I marinate in the sun, which just means I sit in the, I don't sun gaze. But I do marinate in the sun, as in soaking up the vitamin D, sitting in a well sunlit area, midday. This is one of the poses that I use to sun marinate as well. And I can pray or talk to the Most High. I can listen to music or think upon healing or anything that may be stressing me out. Even now, anything that may be causing me stress or bringing tension to my life, I can release it as I breathe. You know what I mean? And pray that the Most High removes that heaviness from my spirit, and that I do not give my mind over to heaviness. That I just love my own soul. You know what I mean? And just protect and guard my peace as I gain it. You know what I mean? All praises to the Most High. So from there, we just gonna lean down now. Now, y'all, we're gonna lean forward. I have a spaghetti strap shirt on, so I'm just pulling it back, making sure that I'm good up here, and I'm gonna just lean down. Just lean down, y'all. Again, you're gonna feel the intensity coming like right around the sides. Is where you're gonna feel it at. But it's healing. Keep going. Just keep going. You can bring your arms in front of you like this. If you can't, if you can't go that far, that's fine. So you go however far you can go. You know what I mean? Go however far you can go. And once, like even right here, as I sit right here, I feel that going down but it's going down my shin and my the back of my leg area. I feel it on both sides, even around my knee. I can feel it. And you talking to a sister that broke her ankles before, so I understand when it comes to the pain. That you just lean down further, and remember what I said about when you have patience with yourself, have patience with your own body. When you have that patience, you'll see, okay, it's softening up. I can go down a little bit more. We're just gonna do a quick 10 again. I really like this stretch right here. praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. That felt good. So y'all gonna come back. You can cross your legs or however, just scoot them into yourself. I like to cross mine. So I'm gonna take this hand, my left hand, put it on my right knee. Take my right hand, sit it behind me, and I'm gonna turn around. I love this stretch. It's really good for your back, your neck, your shoulders. Releasing all that pent up energy. I try to keep my arms straight, but I bend it sometimes, but I try to keep it straight. You're gonna feel this all in your back, all in your shoulder, your neck bone, all that. It's a good thing. If you don't feel nothing, then you're not doing it right. That's what I tell myself. All right. Ooh, like you feel that as you let go, like, okay. Right arm, left knee, behind you. And all these poses that I do, y'all, I feel comfortable with. It should feel good. It should. I pray to the Most High. I definitely recommend, I burn incense. I have candles sitting around. This is also my meditation area where I sit and meditate. I have a pillow. It's on my bed right now because I don't sit on my pillow when I am deep healing and just doing these stretches. I don't sit on the pillow, but when I'm meditating, I do sit on it, and it's just healing. Having a nice area where you can do this type of stuff in, and just have a spot that's just for your peace, just for your healing. You know what I mean? And you can, of course, do other things there, but giving it for your peace and your healing, creating you an area for your peace and your healing is gonna create you a lot of self-awareness of, you're gonna actually start saying, okay, I like this, let me put this here, I like that, let me put that there, and start helping yourself, just start getting into your own healing. It's good for, if you're going on a journey as far as a soul searching journey or anything like that, or your journey with the Most High, it's definitely giving our praise to the Most High. So I'm definitely going to I want to do one more stretch here, and I'm gonna stand up for that. Okay, y'all, so I'm standing up now. So I'm gonna have my feet about hip width apart, and I'm gonna bend all the way down. I'm gonna open my hands up, and I'm gonna sit my hands flat on the floor or the mat or whatever you want, and or the blanket, because I am on a blanket. And I'm gonna just bend my knees a little bit, let my head hang low. You're gonna start feeling it in your knees and your thighs. You can rock back and forth, you can rock forwards and backs, but just inhale the stretch is what I like to do. I'm gonna do a 10 count. You can start feeling kind of intense, but just try to breathe your way through it. Is what I try to say. You want to put most of your weight on your heels, by the way, as well. Whenever you do this pose, always put most of your weight on your heels. You're really going to feel it. All praises. Okay, so all praises to the Most High. I'm going to get on my knees now. I'm going to get on my knees. Let me scoot back a little bit. And so I'm just on my knees, sitting on basically the heels of my feet right now. It's where I am. Just gonna take my hands and I'm gonna try to go. Now you can do it this way, head down, or you can like slightly open up your legs a little bit and like lean forward and just kind of stay here, which you'll feel the stretches all in. I like to open and do it. I'll do it both ways. Definitely, because when I was pregnant, when I was doing deep stretching and just trying to, find that balance, for some physical healing when I was pregnant, I would do this particular healing stretch all the time. I would do this one all the time because it left room for my belly to just kind of hang in between. So I guess it just kind of stuck with me. All praises to the Most High. I always feel this in my back as well as my thighs and my arms as well, even my upper back. Inhale, exhale, y'all. Breathe in and out. This is a very relaxing posture or position to be in. It really is. All praises to the Most High. Let's come on back up. So all praises to the Most High, y'all. I'm going to end it there. Thawadah AHBA, for your mercy endureth forever, Lord. For we are not worthy, Thawadah, for finding us as such. And, just taking all that in. Taking us a deep breath, just taking all that in. That was really good. That was really good for me. Usually, I'm going to do a part two. Because usually I do a little bit more. I got instant dust on my arms. I'll do a little bit more though. Normally, when I do sit down and get ready to do some stretches, I will do more than what I did on here. But I am gonna try to break it up into 2 parts. So, especially for anyone that's just starting out doing this, or that that wants to start out doing this, I don't want to make it be too much. Or you can do whatever works for you. And I'm a big fan of that. Like I'm a huge fan of us making it work for ourselves, and pulling from things what's healing for us and leaving what's not healing. You know what I mean? Always taking in what is servicing us and releasing what no longer services us. So that's spiritually, mentally, and physically. You know what I mean? So all praises be to the Most High. I really, 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 really enjoy doing this. I really, 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 really enjoy doing this. And after I'm done, all I do is thank the Most High. I just thank the Most High. I just Thawadah AHBA, for your mercy and do it forever, Lord. Just give him all the praise, because I figured that out, along my journey, that peace comes from the Most High, and it's the epitome of ignorance to feel as though you can gain peace or healing without him. It's the epitome of ignorance, you know what I mean? So as long as we have him incorporated in everything that we're doing and how we're doing it, then we can continue to have peace, continue to seek healing, continue to, make sure we're physically healthy, even starting to, I know for me, I'm trying to start getting more, just being on what I'm more knowledgeable about what I'm even putting into my body. So all of this is going to be a journey. All praise to the Most High. So I really pray y'all enjoyed this. I pray it was healing to y'all's spirits. And Lord willing, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all with all the love of Hamashiach Yahushua. And Shalom. I will see y'all in the next video.